Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now Fields going to throw on the first play. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Huge play there for Chicago. 49 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Easy. Hey, can.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
You got a mini base. Why not? Go.
They'll run for it with Pollard. Push. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. He's got a Bears touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake. Patton. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began. And the running back, absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on the punt for Minnesota. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Moore. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Fields. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Angel. Right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. This is intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Bears are going to get it back here just past the 35. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second and 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw on third down, Patton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Gano's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. That's dumped off to Pollard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Swinging this out for Pollard. No gain on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Patton. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Patton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Patton. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score. A pick 6 for Bears touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU most valuable. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Daniil Hunter now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Fights him off. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs. On first down, Fields firing quickly here, and that's complete. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fields looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Fields. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Again, Fields. This will be caught at about the 5. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Pollard is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore from 4 yards out. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Off play action. Patton going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and a couple. On play action, Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. From the gun, here's Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. That also a career-long kick for the veteran Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Still going. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 45 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And now an audible here into something else. On second down, they'll run it here. There he goes, right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They run the option here on 1st and 10. He'll pitch it. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously decline that, and it is a touchdown.
They still have the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. The partner, that'll do it. Or these week 1 primetime games.